Hi, I'm Tabitha Pascoe and I'm the Business and Lifestyle Game Changer, and I help business owners create a business that will support the lifestyle you truly desire. And today I have a question from Genevieve, and she asked, if you're new to networking, how do you go about joining and how do you make the most of it? Now, to be honest, there's a lot that I could cover in terms of networking, having networked for a while myself and knowing what works and what doesn't. So I think just to kind of reel off some of the top hints and tips. So if you've never been networking, go and find a business owner or someone you know that does and find out where they network, and get some perhaps recommendations, because there are a lot of networking events. There's your kind of really big networking like BNI, which some people love, some people hate. I personally think it's brilliant. It's been the most successful for me, but not everyone feels the same. But it is about finding a networking group that suits you. And if there's more, if it's a franchise like Women in Business or BNI, then perhaps you might need to try different ones out, because the people in the room is what will make the group, whether you gel or not necessarily the brand. So yeah, Women in Business, you've got sort of the kind of more localised, so Ladies Who Latte, you've got 4N, you've got EBN, you've got, there's so many, there are so many, like Chambers of Commerce, I think the Federation of Small Business do one, so there's lots and lots of different networking events, so it's just about finding the one, which is why it would be easier to talk to someone who can perhaps recommend one to you, or you can just Google it. So that's how you'd find them. The first thing I really want to say about networking is just being really clear about why you're doing it, because for me, networking is one of my marketing strategies. So in terms of ways of generating leads, you need to have more than one. You can't just rely on one networking event you go to once a month to be your source of generating leads, because it won't, you're probably not going to get what you need from that. So if you're choosing networking, I think it's fabulous, but it is normally a longer term game. So it isn't something you go to once and then get loads of clients. That's not how it works. So it is about building relationships, but then those relationships go on to be very strong, and that's why I think it's really good for long-term business. If it's your thing, I think, to be honest, if networking turns your stomach, then don't do it. Find another marketing strategy. But if you love it and you're filled up by people like I am, then absolutely have it as one of your tools in your bag. So with networking, yes, so find ones you like. I believe that the more you pay and the more regular the meetings, the more successful they are. And the reason I believe that is because generally you find that the more money people have invested, the more committed they are. So it's not to say you won't get stuff from free networking, because I believe you do as well. But it might be worth investing in one or two higher profile ones, and then maybe do one or two other more local ones that are kind of just rock up and have a glass of wine or a cup of tea. If you're going networking, it's about building relationships. So your one-to-ones in between meetings are vital. So if you're just going to go to your meeting once a month, once a fortnight, once a week, it's not enough. You need to be meeting people outside the room, and when you meet them, you need to be very structured, so in and out of the room. So just be really clear about what you do, what result you get your clients, and how someone can refer you, because that's what it's about. It's not just about the people in the room, it's about the people they know. So if you think about the 6 degrees of separation, you should be able to get to most people through networking. But people have to really understand what it is, and that's why doing a 1-minute pitch isn't enough. So when you go and meet people one-to-one, you can really find out about them and their business, they can find out about yours, and you can decide how you could refer business to each other, and maybe even go through your contact list there and then, and see who you might be able to pass a recommendation onto or a referral onto. And also keeping in contact. So if you go networking for the first time, don't just take all the business cards and email everybody with your I think you should email everybody, but not just sending them junk. So I always contact everybody and say, really nice to meet you if I met them. If I didn't manage to speak to them, I will say, it was great being there, shame we didn't get to meet, maybe we can. So I do kind of touch base with everybody, and usually kind of start a relationship that way, or get permission to add them to my mailing list. For the people that I really connect with in the room, they're the ones that I will actively go and connect with them on Facebook or connect with them on LinkedIn or both, and find out what their preferred medium of communication is, so that I know I can keep communicating with them throughout the month and start building that relationship, because that's what it's about. It's about building relationships with people. I think that's kind of it. I'm sure there's lots and lots of other things that you can do, but just being really clear that about what you want from it, because I see so many people go networking, they rock up, they have a cup of tea, they have a nice little chit chat, and then they go home and then they wonder why they've got no business from it. There has to be a strategy behind how you do it. I love having a chat and I love having a talk about lots of things, but ultimately I know why I'm there, and I know what I want from it, and also I'm there to help other people. You know, I do believe in givers gain. I do believe that if you go from the mindset of what can I do for you, then you'll get the reciprocation. But if you just go in there as a hunter thinking I want everyone to help me and I'm not going to help anyone else, that's not a good place to come from, and people see through it. So if I have a one-to-one, I normally really want to find out about them and their business and how I can help them, because what I find is the more I help other people, the more that they'll help me. And that's definitely been true for me in my business. So definitely come from that mindset. Anyway, Jen, I really, really hope that has been helpful. If there's anything more specific you want to know about that was quite a broad brushstrokes of networking. Just let me know. So if you like this, please like the video. I'd love you to share it. So if you know anyone that's networking or new to networking, then definitely share it with them so that they can make the most of it. Or ask another question. That's what I'm here for, to help you out. Anyway, I will speak to you soon.